Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Just making sure that we look good.
It looks good. You look wonderful. You look wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
And thank you. So I want to introduce you to Valerie Murphy. Valerie Murphy is a family therapist.
Mm-hmm.
She is a cancer. You use a different word as opposed to
Yeah, I like cancer overcomer.
cancer overcomer. Cancer, that's a different word.
Yeah.
So I like that too. Cancer
Everyone
overcomer.
says cancer survivor,
Mhm.
but I like things to be a little different, so cancer overcomer.
All right, cancer overcomer, and then you're also with Young Living.
Mhm.
And you really specialize in being able, teaching people how to, the power of essential oils for increasing their wellness.
Right, right.
How do you say it?
So, well, the way you said it is totally fine. Before cancer, I was always the DIY girl,
Mhm.
and I love making my own products. I like the challenge of making a product that you can buy in the store, but I can make it less expensive. I know every ingredient that's going into the product. I can give the product away as a gift, and I know that it'll be used. And I like the challenge of being able to create something on my own that's better for me. So that's where I that's my niche for essential oils. And also being a cancer overcomer, when you have gone through something like that, you are more aware of what you're putting in your body, of what you're eating. And I just thought Young Living was such a perfect fit. Their Vitality line is non-GMO, everything is organic. So what a better addition to products that you're making.
Well, you know, you mentioned that during that process, you had an aha moment.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so
Tell
I
me about
did.
it.
I had an aha moment. I battled cancer for 10 months, but that wasn't the only thing I had to deal with. My business quadrupled. I went from 6 clients to 25, which meant I had to find my own office space and open up my office. Then during my 3rd round of chemo, that location shut down. So 2 weeks later, or 2 weeks after my last round of chemo, I had to move back to my old location. Then I found this ideal apartment, which has worked out perfectly, so I ended up moving my personal space. And all of this while going through chemo, lumpectomy, and radiation. By the time I was done with all that, I was burnt out, totally burnt out. And I was looking for a retreat to go to that had spa, adventure, and spiritual. And I didn't really find something out there that had all 3 or that it would really work.
Mhm.
And another piece of that is I've always wanted to live in the mountains, and I want to have some land, and I want to live off the land, have some animals, have chickens, have a garden. And I was thinking, why not build that lifestyle for myself, but then also extend that out to other cancer survivors. So when I had that aha moment, I was thinking, well, Young Living then would be a perfect addition to teaching the women how, I don't want to just focus on women or cancer overcomers, but it's probably the population that would be more interested in Young Living.
Mhm.
Yeah. And teaching them at these retreats or through events how to make your own product, about toxins, how toxins affect you. Because with my cancer, I have no genetic mutations. So mine was not genetic. And my understanding that most cancers are due to environmental. Only about 5% are actually due to genetics.
Wow.
So my oncologist told me, he's like, I don't know why you got cancer, maybe because you've never had kids, but I don't know why. So the only thing that I know could have possibly caused that is environmental and all the toxins that we eat, that we breathe, that we put on our bodies.
In our homes.
In our homes, household cleaners. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what I really find fascinating, one is that you like to make your products, because I agree with you. If you know what the difference is and what you need in your body, you know what you're actually putting in your body, you have a little bit more control.
Yeah.
But then what's really nice is that you actually doing a series where you're going to take the different toxins and you're going to define the toxins, and you're going to show women or your clients how to make the natural alternative.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Right.
Because you were saying there's lots of them.
Yeah, there is actually. There's a lot of toxins, and the idea that I had was to take each one, research it, and do a educational video on the toxin, and then also doing DIY videos to teach women how to, again, make your own products. Like one example that I love is lip balm. It's literally 3 ingredients, 3 tablespoons and you have 10 tubes of chapstick. So, right. I think I've made about 8 to 10 tubes of chapstick out of 3 tablespoons of product.
Wow.
And it's
Easy.
It is. It really is easy. I know that, especially, most women, they have family, they have kids, and they just don't have time to make their own stuff. So I can always make it and always have that as a side business, like sell that. If women don't want to make it, if they do want to make it, once you do and you get into it, it's really not that difficult.
It's probably a lot of fun too. It gives us a chance to get our hands dirty and be creative for the moment. Now, also too, you were mentioning that some of the toxins are for specific things. Like some toxins would affect your, your respiratory system, or some will affect being able to have children and so forth. So the different toxins that are in your body. Sometimes when people can't function 100%, then they don't know why. It's because of the toxins they have in their body.
Right. And their liver can be overloaded with toxins. But there are some toxins that I think if you go on to EWG or Think Dirty, I've been on EWG, I believe, where there's websites that you can go and input the toxin that you find in your makeup, and then you can see what it does. So there's some that can disrupt, your hormones, your endocrine system. There's some that can affect fertility. So that's something that I think we need to be more educated about.
So when you got involved with Young Living, though, so your idea was to, in order to get to this retreat, is to build your business, Young Living business, and then to be able to build your community by sharing and doing different events with the DYI. So tell us about Young Living. Like, what are some of the things why you feel that's a business that you want to build, besides the fact that it's an amazing essential oil?
Well, there's a couple of things that I really discovered and experienced going through cancer. I'm self-employed, I'm not married, I don't have a second income, it's all on me. And when I was going through chemo, I took a week off after each round, but I would work the 2 weeks in between. And what's nice about Young Living is that you make your own schedule. It's freedom. I really am attracted to the freedom that the business has. So by being self-employed, and also working with Young Living, I have freedom of schedule. If I needed to take a week off, I can do that. So essentially, I took an entire month off, and I didn't have to take the FMLA, the family time, the PTO. I didn't have to check with the boss. I didn't have to worry about other people that it was affecting. So with Young Living, you can, if you had to go through something like chemo and you couldn't work for a while, and you have a team, you still have money coming in. The other thing is, I just lost the other reason. Oh, and I think also that there's no limit on the income. So I can make as much as I want. And as a marriage and family therapist, you don't make a lot of money, and I have to think about retirement. So here's an avenue for me to be able to make as much money as I want with no cap, unlimited. The other thing that Young Living does that I don't know if other companies do is you can will your downline to your family. And I think that's really important for people who have gone through something like cancer that can be life-threatening, and you're worrying about, what is my family going to do if something drastic happened to me? And this is a way you can will your downline in your business to your family, and they can benefit and make money and still bring in income. So I think that there's so many benefits to doing the business, not just using oils.
Right. The thing is that you can do that as well as be able to increase your health and wellness at the same time.
Yep.
So what would you like to leave our community with today?
I would like to let the community know that there are alternative ways that aren't that expensive and that are fun for you to increase your wellness. And ever since I was diagnosed with cancer, and that was over with in 2017, so there was no more cancer, they took it out and then lumpectomy. But after going through that, I cannot tell you how many people I know that have gotten cancer. Cancer's going around like the flu. It's insane. So I think it's really important that people know they can take control of what they put in their body and what they eat, and that it does make a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. So how can they contact you for more information?
So you can contact me through Instagram. It's at KRPEDIEM 365. So basically Carpe Diem 365, just spelled a little different. You can go to Valerie Murphy, San Diego Therapist.com, or you can just find me on Facebook at Valerie Murphy. I think that's my profile.
You'll find out.
There's a lot of Valerie Murphys, but but I think you should be able to find me on Facebook.
No, good. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and please take that information to heart. We will be doing different seminars and different events, live events, where you can come and play with us as well. So for more information, feel free to contact us at HomWork, HomWork.com, and that's where you can live where you work where you live, anywhere in the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is so much fun.